Hey crafty friends, welcome back to the Old Paper Lady. I'm Lori. If you're new here, welcome and thank you for joining us. I'm gonna make some ephemera today. We just gonna use up some of our envelopes and such, and just make some easy ephemera pockets and do some things like that. That's what I'm going to do today. I just feeling a little not feeling as good today as I did yesterday, but that's all right. So we just gonna battle through the sickness and hang on in there. So I know we've been I've been on a make ephemera binge because I need a bunch. So I just been making ephemera bases. I hope everybody's fine with that. And this is nothing new that I haven't done. And I was just making up a few, because I got these time cards and things, and I like making those into like pocketed situations where you can make a tuck behind it and have a little tuck here, and you can have a tuck here behind it as well. Got these from the Dollar Tree. So I've made a few of these kind of tucks, and I'm just folding it up about 1 inch or so. No real just measurement on it, just folding it up to where I can have a tuck and a tuck behind, and doing that type of thing today. So hope everybody's okay with that. I hope everybody's doing good. We've been snowing here since 12:30 or so in the day. This is Sunday the 5th of January 2025. So future cast people, we've received a snowmageddon that's been coming across the nation, and I'm here for it, honey. I love the snow. Even though, you know, I've been sickly and this and that, I still love the snow. It's so pretty falling. It brings out the inner kids, you know. So I'm having a ball watching the snow. Now it has quit right now. I think it's like Sunday afternoon's about 3:30, 4-ish, going on 4 o'clock anyways. And so I said, well, I'm gonna sit down here and shoot a video and get it up this evening for my Sunday video. And we're just gonna add to our ephemera stash is what I'm gonna do. And I think in the future I'm gonna try to have like a Monday makes, where we make ephemera pieces, because I need to have a designated day where I make ephemera at least once or twice a week. And, you know, we'll probably have to make ephemera as we go, making products or making our items as well. But I think Monday is going to be try to do that as my ephemera day, ephemera making. And I was thinking about, because I didn't want to step on any toes with the hashtag Merry Monday, because Miss Donna over at Twisted Paper Studio, that is, she has a whole design team dedicated to hashtag Merry Monday, and I feel like I'm stepping on her toes, which I know she has said several times in her videos that, you know, if you want to do Merry Mondays, join in or whatever. But I don't use her products, you know, as of yet. And I didn't want to, you know, I didn't want to infringe on anybody else's stuff, you know what I'm saying? So I think we're going to come up with something else, and I may just do that as part of my Monday makes. I don't know, but in the future we'll do that. We'll come up with something. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Just do a Mary makes or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Need to figure it out soon, because I got to do that for tomorrow's video, don't I? But yeah. And then everybody's done, you know, stash build or whatever. So I thought about doing that on Sundays or something. I don't know yet. We'll figure it out though. Need some paper towel. But yeah, I like making these little ephemera holders here. These are neat little ephemera pieces. So now you can take and you can put music on this. You can put lace on the bottom. You can put your fussy cut, florals, whatever on the bottom that goes with your kit or your journal kit, whatever you're using for your journal. But you've got the base made, so all you got to do is just, you know, put a decorative piece on it and it's ready to go. If you want to grunge it up more, you can take an ink over it, you know, and knock some of this white down, which I probably will do that when I do it, just depending on what journal it goes in. So you can just take your sponge and grunge it up a little bit more and have, you know, do that with it. So this is kind of a little bit of a so-called mass make, but not really. So this is just stuff that I've got over here on my to-do box that I need to get it done. You know, like I say, you can't never have enough pockets. I mean, we're always making tags and stuff like that, and tags are I think tags are easy to make for me, because, you know, I'm like, oh, that'd be perfect size for a tag, you know. And you cut the corners on it like this, and boom, it's a tag. Pockets is a little bit harder for me. And I have smaller florals and ephemera pieces and such, so I'm just going to knock the white back a little bit, you know, not too grungy, because then, you know, if you use it in a lighter colored project, you can still use it in that. And if you want, you know, if it's a little grungier looking product or journal making, you can grunge it up a little more. But I love these things. I want to find the brown ones, and then I don't have to worry about the grunge part of it. But I've bought several packs of these white ones just because, you know, the Dollar Tree had them, and I was like, shut up, I got to get them. So I can fold them up, use them as pockets and tucks, and cut them down, use them as tags, you know, whatever. And that would be a really good thing to do, like take, because it is almost 9 inches, so you could take and cut, you know, down to 6 inches, and you still have a pocket here. And then you could take and cut the corner tops and dress this up as a tag piece. So, you know, we're just still trying to build up some base ephemera is all I'm doing, y'all. You know, I've been sick, so I'm trying to do a little easier stuff that I need to make anyways. And I haven't decided on what journal project I want to do yet. I think I'm thinking really serious about I'm wanting to do just a pretty take the papers of like the coffee dye or ink dye papers and just do a base journal like that and just put some ephemera in it. And that's what I was really thinking about doing, because I don't want to do like a snow themed or nothing like that. And I found some really pretty kits, but I was like, I'm over the winter time make at the moment, because, you know, I did so much for Christmas. And it was like, so all right, so these are just little brown envelopes. They're 5 7/8 by 4.5. They're 4.5 tall, I guess, because that's the top, and then it's 5 7/8 wide. So what I'm going to do with these is I'll glue the flap on it, and then I'm going to take and cut it catty-cornered, and then take the cutoff piece. And you've seen me make this before, but I think this time I'm going to make one that goes the opposite way. Hopefully I can do that. I'm just going to cut, let's see, I need this to go this way, so I need to cut the top part this way, like so. So I'm just going to angle it down like this. And then then we'll take this and flip it around this way. and that'll be our pocket. And we can cover this flip up. Well, actually, if you do that, you can make that a tuck as well and not glue that piece down. Let's try that, y'all. All right. So now, let's see. To do that, to make that piece a tuck, we would need to cut it this way, right? Am I right? I don't know. I can't remember how I just cut that. All right, so the flap was on this side. Okay, so the flap is on that side, right there, like this. And we angle it from the top. And then we can take this and put it like that. And then that'll be a little tuck there as well. Shut your face. New one. Yay. New one. Alrighty, so then now we would need to glue our flap down over here. And just glue the sides of the flap. Don't do like I do and forget and glue the whole thing, and then that'll be shut. Okay, so then that will be a tuck here. And we can put a little, I'm going to put a little pull in it. I can get my fingers to work and get this open. And then we'll put that on there like that. Now, how do we want you to work, buddy? Because I want this here to be a tuck as well, and that to be a tuck. All right, so now what do I need to do? I need to glue right here for this to be a tuck, and over here. Okay, so when we open this up, I'm going to glue just right here at this corner, and then I'm going to glue down the side right here. Well, that was not nowhere near driven straight, but okay. Alrighty, so now let me get me a little piece of paper here so we can demonstrate what we did. And I still got my fussy cut piece where I cut it apart. So see, now that will be a tuck right there for a little bitty tag. And then this will be a tuck here as well. Shut up, y'all. Look yonder what we did. Ain't that nice? Okay, so now do I want to put a pull on you? Put just a little bit of a pull there. Just a tiny bit. There we go. Oh yeah, there we go. And we'll ink it so you can, you know, identify the pulls. So we'll ink that up. And I got me this box from Temu that has for my wipes. So when, you know, I noticed in a lot of my videos, I'm talking and I get in that white box and it's that crinkle mess and you can't hear half what I'm saying, which you can't hardly hear half what I'm saying no ways, because I talk low, and I am sorry about that. But so I got that for like $1 and something. This not even $1.50. I think it was like a, I don't know, but it holds the moisture, as you can see, with the wipes pretty good, so they don't dry out. And I was like, that would be perfect to have on my desk for my wipes, and then you wouldn't have to listen to that crinkle racket every time I got into my wipe bin. All right, so now let's ink this up. And this is a good brown base. I like it. So I got a bunch of envelopes and stuff that we need to get worked through. And also, I was thinking about, you remember that stack of, what is it? They used to have like the cut off stack for cardstock. that you could buy in a pack of different assortment sizes and colors. Well, I've come up with, because I was like, I need to work through that and just get rid of that. Because a lot of it in my younger scrapbooking days, I used it. We should have inked that before we glued it down, but that's okay. We'll do it right here. I used to use it for like photo mats and stuff like that. So I'm thinking I'm going to take it and I'm going to do my stamping on it, and that'll be my colored, you know, where I have like the stamps that are like musical notes and butterflies and birds and stuff like that. So I'm thinking I'll take them cardstock scraps and stamp on them, and that can be some of my so-called homemade labels, because it's all different colors of cardstock. And I was like, shut up, I can do that with it, and just take my my vintage photo or that espresso, and then, you know, black, just to have different colors, you know, because it's colored cardstock, you know, and some of it's a little darker and it'll show up. And then I have my own stamped label bits like that. And I'm sorry for the coughing, y'all. I really am. But, you know, I'm snowed in at the moment. We got 4 inches of snow. Hallelujah. I was like, I woke up because I knew my daughter had to go work today, and she was supposed to work till like 5 o'clock this evening. I woke up, my dog was barking and whining because my mom had left to go get her. And I was like, Snoop, I wish you could just bark a little bit and aggravate somebody, you know, because I wasn't sleeping good. And then I woke up and you could see the white through my blinds outside. And I said, oh no, where are they at? Where are they at? And, you know, and I was in a frantic. So my mama did not wake me up to drive to go get my daughter, which is, you know, basically like not even a quarter of a mile, but still, you know, mama don't drive in the snow. And she does good to drive in the rain. I'm really just going to say it like it is. Poor thing, but I was worried, freaking out, and I jumped up, ran to the back door, and by the time I got to the back door, they were trying to get in the back door, and I'm hollering, Snoop, where are they at, Snoop, you know? And they were opening the door. So my son Jaden was on his way up here because he was coming, I guess, to get clothes ready to go to work tonight. He's supposed to be at work at 5. So all of them shows up all at the same time telling me how they were driving and sliding, and I was, you know, my nerves got up, and it was a whole lot of racket, and I was just freaking out, like almost panic attack, because I was like, y'all been on the road? I was like, oh my God, you know. But, you know, I in my mind, I was like that, but, you know, I couldn't be like that in front of them because then I would show my panic, you know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, they all got here safe and sound, thank goodness. So yeah, so then that's our little side tuck for, so we have one, I had a few made where they went this way, so then I have this one made this way, which you could probably use it that way. Let's see. Yeah, you could cut this off at 5 and still use it either way, but I wanted it for the right-hand side. So that is awesome. So now we got a small tack here, tuck here, tuck here, a tuck here, and a tuck here. And then I would probably glue just in an L shape and leave this flap open. The only reason I like having that little bit of a flap there is because you can put a bigger product back behind here. You can put a bigger tag or journal card behind this and then still have this separated. So that's why I like doing that with that little ledge up on that side. And I moved my camera. I'm probably just all over the place. I can't, because I had y'all way up yesterday so you could see what I was doing. But yeah, so we're going to do this one now. And I'm just going to glue that, and I'll cut a cut here and here, thumb pulls. So instead of a 5 tuck spot, this one would just be a 4 tuck spot. And then we would just decorate over that little lip right there and call it good. And we're going to ink this up. So yeah, just some quick little so-called mini mask makes, I guess you could say, of corner tucks and pockets and such. Just bases. Now you could do this separate and then you could do that and that'd be two, but I like the little stacky bits. So I like the little double stack pockets. I mean, you put a lot in and not have to take up a lot of real estate. And then you can add more real estate. And when I say real estate, I'm talking about writing real estate. So if you do put it on a non-decorated page, because your decorated parts are so pretty that you don't want to put nothing on it, then you're adding 4 or 5 times the writing space. That's my thinking anyways. So if I have some really pretty decorative papers and I don't want to put nothing on them, I will decorate my designated so-called journaling spots with pockets. But then I always try to add, you know, a few stacked pockets on that, and then put 2 to 3. Most of the time it's 2 tags and a journal card is what I try to get in a pocketed area or a tuck spot. Just to, you know, double up and take up for the spot that I used. So yeah, and then this one I'm gonna have to glue right to the corner. I need to snip that bit right there. It's a little bit long, but that's okay. I'm gonna snip that bit and ink it. I snipped it the wrong way. I cut it long. So it needs to be cut this way, straight. So it'll match that corner, see? Yes, ma'am. And I think I am going to put just a smidge of glue here to glue that shut. And pinch it to the outside, and it'll stick, and then whatever extra glue is will come out on and not go into your pocket. I've learned that the hard way too. So if you have a pocketed tuck spot and you want to glue it, put the glue on it and then pull the glue away from it so that it doesn't go into your pocketed area. So yeah, there we go. I like that. Okay. So we're going to put this down, and we have 2 of these made for the so-called, what I would use and say is the back part of the journal. Oh, I can't drive straight today, y'all. And I think that's way too much glue on there. Let me get some of that off. But I think it has to do with the steroids and that I'm taking. It makes me jittery, you know. The steroids do. And I just use this just to mop up the extra glue because, you know, like I said, I put too much glue on it. Then I don't have to worry about my hands being all glued up. So there we go. I like that. That's cool. Let's see, what time is it? 24 minutes. And we got 5 tuck spots already. So now I want to do a little bit of guest checking. Y'all hear my dog's new toy? He has drove us nuts with that thing. My mama got him this it's a little pig that oinks. And it sounds like everything but, I'm going to take these little parts here off. And he squeaks that thing and squeaks that thing. And then, you know, we have the doggy gates at our doors, so he won't get in and jump on our bed and stuff. And this dog, he has drove us nuts with this thing. So I'm going to take and cut this in half. I'm going to put a tuck like here and use the other piece on another side. And these are kind of like, it's got kind of like a real light green to the back of them. Alrighty. So I'm just going to cut it in half pretty much. How wide are you anyways? What is that? I'm just going to cut it right down in between the guess and the check part where it says there. Try to get it as straight as I can. So, then we got a piece for the front side and a piece for the back side. I'm going to ink this up pretty good, just so it indicates that, you know, there's a little tucky spot pocket there. And these are fairly thick. You know, I thought guest checks were flimsy, but these here, I got these from the Walmart, and they are pretty substantial guest checks. So I'm just going to glue that like that right there and have that as a little tuck spot. And then now we can take this and glue this on our page and have a tuck spot behind it as well. So then that'll be a tuck, and then that'll be a tuck behind. You can glue it in an L shape, and that would be great little tuck spots. And this one I'm going to do the same, but on the opposite sides. And you can take and you can dress these up. You can put lace on them. You can put your ephemera fussy cut pieces on them, floral pieces, what have you on them. And you can also take and you can ink them up really well, grunge them up. You can take them and coffee dye them. But like I said, you know, we're getting into some springy type situations coming up. And I'm just, you know, trying to get easy does it bases, because I really need a lot of base stuff. And I think after I get off of here today with this video, I'm going to pull out my different colored cardstock, and I'm going to go through and make me some pocket bases from those die cuts that I got with that machine. I think that would just be awesome. Different colors, and you just take your decorative paper and your fussy cuts, music, and book page, whatever, and decorate them up. I'm going to try to concentrate and drive slow and steady. And then we're just going to put this right at the edge of this and line it up the best I can. Straight, hopefully. Oh, I'll wiggle that bottom piece. And so now we got us a tuck spot here and here. Well, that didn't glue down back there, did it? And we'll do the same on this side. So we got a tuck for, so basically I do this is, you know, would be, I would put this in the front and glue it down this way, and take this one and put it in the back and glue it the other way on a different page. So I always try to do like a front side and a back side, because most of the time I'll get caught up making ephemera and I'll do everything for a right-handed person, and most of it winds up, you know, it needs to go in the front of the journal just because of the way it's angled and cut for the tuck spots. So I try to, most of the time, think ahead and, like, you know, I need to make one piece for the front and one piece for the back on my tucks anyways, is what I'm trying to remember to do that, because I'll want to do it all this way, you know, because I'm right-handed. So then that would go in the back of the journal. You have a tuck here and a tuck here. So that's pretty fun and easy to do, you know. So I'm pretty sure most of us have, you know, the guest checks or what have you, or or, you know, just any kind of envelope. You don't have to have the brown envelopes, you know. You can do this the same thing with white envelopes, and you can collage over them. So that's a pretty good little tuck spots, pockety situations. I'm going to show you with this white envelopes. You can do the same thing with the white envelopes. Now this one I'm going to just glue the flap, the outside of the flap down. Uh-oh, somebody's out here. I don't know if it's the road plows or if it's just someone going up and down the road, but we found out had no traffic on our side. And we've got people that's tried to get up and down this hill behind us here, and it is not working for them. And they've had to back down and pretty much leave their cars sitting or turn around and go back to their house or wherever they were trying to come from. Because the road behind us just circles around and comes back out in front of the house. Okie doke. Now this, where it's got that blue on the inside, you may want to take and cover that. I would probably cover that. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut from the corner. And then I would take and put this here like so on that. But see where it has that blue, so if you don't want to see that, you could cover the inside of that. And then this one, I'm going to do the opposite way. I need to cut it this way to do the opposite way. And so then you have the tucks like that. Now I would take some book page and cover the inside of that. Is what I would do. Just take you some book page and put in there, cover that up. Book page, music or whatever, book page is the best. Now these little pieces here, I'll keep them and use those. You can stamp on this with numbers or what have you and use it each individually, but I'll keep that and play with that later. Let me see if I can't get a bigger piece of book page to slide down in here. Just to cover up, you know, that blue. That's all I'm doing. Because you don't want to see that. I don't. So I'm just going to take that corner of that book page and put it in there. Don't put a whole bunch of glue on it, because it'll smush out in your envelope and wind up gluing your pocket together. What is that hanging on down there? Yeah, apparently I put, oh yeah, I put glue way up too high, didn't I? So we put glue way too high on that, I did. That's okay. And then I'm going to flip it over and just cut along my envelope. Be careful not to cut your envelope, but if you do, it ain't no big thing. So then when you open that, you see book page instead of that blue mess. And I'll do that, you know, for pretty much all the corners. And have that mess covered up. Well, I said I was, if I could hang on to it. So you try to get it open as best you can. And slide it in there. I like where it sticks out just a little bit. I like that. But yeah, so then now you got your envelope with that blue inside covered up. So now you can put a pull on this and it would have the book page. So that would be good. This one's upside down, which I don't really care. I'm going to put a little pull on this, just a little bit. And then we're going to put a little pull on this one. Well, I said I was. Well, daggone it. There we go. So then we got our pulls on there. We got that blue background, because you know most of our junk envelopes have that stuff inside of it. And then there's your double tuck pockets with the white envelopes. And you can ink them up, dress them up, put lace down it. And if you want to, you can collage over it before you glue them together, which would be really pretty, especially with the book page in it. Now, if you want, you can cover both sides, but just to cover up that one where it's got the opening is all I do. Well, I can't get a hold of it. I don't know how to hold it, for one, without tearing it. That's the biggest problem. I didn't want to tear it, because these are cheapy envelopes from the Dollar Tree, but they're perfect size for tuck spots in that in our journals. So there we go, and that would be a tuck spot like that. Like I said, you know, I don't really care if the words are upside down. I just didn't want to see that blue bit behind it. Now you can take and you can do pretty decorative paper of your kit for your journal and cover the inside of it. And then that would, you know, match your kit. But if you're just making up bases, book page, music, whatever you have that to cover that inside of those junk envelopes up, will work great. I think they are scraping the road out here. So yeah, so there's one for that side, and you got a tuck spot. You got a tuck here, here. A good size tuck there. You'd have to make the tag the same size because it's got the little lip on it, but the back side could be anything, you know. So it could be a bigger journal card bit that goes back here, and then the tag would have to be about 3 1/4 to go in the pocket here. So yeah, those are fun. Let's do the other side. see if I got enough of this to put down in here. And it's already angled, so yeah, there we go. We'll do that with that one, and we'll use that bit up. I'm going to try to run the glue across the back where I need it, and then pull it out real quick, so then I don't over glue. You just kind of want it at the edge real light. You don't want a bunch of glue on it, just enough to where. Alright, so it needs to go in this way. Let's open you up, buddy. Now, why ain't you working now? I had you in there. What am I doing wrong? Oh, that's what I'm doing wrong. Not putting it in the way I put it in originally. Okay, now let's see. Have we got enough to put in this one? I don't think so. But we're going to try it. It'll be upside down again. Yep. That one's too short. Let me try a different one. This one should be big enough to go in there. Yep, that'll go in there. Okie doke. So I'm going to hold it open and just run the glue along the edge to where I need it to be glued to, and pull it out real quick. So then that way I don't extra glue. I just go around the edge real light, and then kind of swirl it around so you see the amount of glue that I'm putting on that. Now, if you use art glitter glue to do this, you got to be real quick with it, because as soon as you stick it to it, it wants to grab. So you got to open up your envelope to get it in there. I didn't slide that paper back down in there as much as I had it, but that's okay. It's covered. And that is the main thing, to cover up. If you know, you can leave it if you would like. You don't have to cover that inside up, but I don't want to have my journal to where, you know, it's got all this blue mess in it for the pockets. So, yeah. Just cut a little pull in both of them. And then we're going to ink it up and glue them down, and this one will be done too. So yeah, so that way if you do have a bunch of, you know, the white junk mail envelopes, which everybody has, you know, I'm trying to show you things to do with stuff that you wouldn't have, where you wouldn't have to go buy stuff to make these bases with, is basically what I'm trying to do. So, you know, everybody has the junk envelopes, the return mail envelopes, or what have you. Which I don't know, here lately, that, you know, it's kind of getting, seems like it's getting hard to get anyone to send you a junk mail envelope. Because everybody wants you to go paperless. And gives you incentives to go paperless, because it saves the company millions of dollars a year not to send out and print out your actual physical bill or your physical statement every month. And it saves them so many millions of dollars not having to do a bill, so they're just trying to get everybody to go paperless, which, you know, I'm guilty of that too. I go paperless a lot just because it gives me a discount on the bill or what have you. get it in my email, and I'm like, okay, yeah, I knew it was due, so I'll go pay it and be done with it. So yeah, there we go. So there's that one. And I just put my glue up, knucklehead. I turned around to get my glue. I was like, what did I do with it? I put it up. I'm just going to pull that off because that'll catch something. It's part of the flappy flap. Oops, I need you to go over a little bit, buddy. There we go. That one's not going to have much of a border around it because I didn't cut the ends of it off, but that's okay. That is perfectly fine as well. So now I would take and put, you know, a fussy cut here, lacy bits or whatever. And you can take and slide paper, whoops, once it's glued. Don't pull it back apart. But now how we just did this with the book page inside, you can open that and slide paper down in it to cover this up as well. If you don't want a thumb pull, you just, you know. So we're just making the base of it. So like you could take your decorative paper and slide down in it to cover it on this strip. So, but the base part is made, so then you can decorate it up. That's all you gotta do with it. Alrighty, y'all. So I think I'm gonna get off here for today and pull out my die cut machine and fussy cut me out, get me some base pockets cut out to decorate. So we made these here today. Made these today, which tucks all the way down. And then we made the guest checks where it has a tuck on either side. You can use a tuck behind. And then we made these simple tucks out of the time cards where you have a pocket in the front of it and you can glue it to the page. So it's a pretty good little ephemera build for today. And less than an hour. It's not even been 50 minutes. So I feel like I'm cheating y'all. Let's make one more of these so we got an even number. Let's do that real quick like. It's not going to take long. Just real quickie. So then that way I have an even number, you know. But yeah, this is just some, you know, base ephemera makes of stuff that most of us that, you know, if we journal and paper craft, we kind of probably have some of these things. Now, I don't know about the time cards or the guest checks, but the envelopes, you know, everyone has envelopes. You take your Christmas card envelopes that you just got and cut them down to the size to go on your page and use them as tuck spots. And they'd be perfect for that. You don't even have to worry about covering the inside of that inside of it up, because most of those are solid color envelopes. So you could take your Christmas cards, put them in your journal for Christmas, your December dailies, or just your Christmas journal, whatever you did, and take your envelopes and make corner tucks out of them like that. Like I said, yeah, I like to do the stack bits, but you can just glue the flap down and cut it straight in half, and that's 2 pockets, 2 tuck spots for, you know, either side of the journal. Okie doke. Now I feel better. So we got an even number. Oops, I threw my glue. But thank you all so much for hanging in there and watching my videos. And I greatly appreciate you all. And thank you all so much for the well wishes and the prayers for me to get better. It seems like every other week I'm catching something. It's getting on my nerves, to be honest with you. I'm just tired of being sick. So But hopefully we'll get through this and get over it and be done with it this time. So I'm going to get off here, and I'm going to pull out my die cut machine and pull out some of these cut-offs and stuff, and we're going to make up some base pockets, and then that way we'll have those put up in our ephemera stash as well. So thank you all so much. Y'all have a good day, and we'll talk at you tomorrow.